Why you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before.
WNBA legends just unveiled some sharp truths about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's futures. But honestly, did they need to? It's clear who's rising and who's floundering. Caitlin Clark is crushing it across the board, while Angel Reese, she's stuck complaining and facing embarrassment from her own mentors. Case in point, Shaquille O'Neal didn't hold back, giving Clark high praise on Angel's very own podcast.
Why you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point.
The look on Reese's face? Absolutely priceless. No one's holding back anymore. Caitlin is the golden child, while Angel is struggling to stay in the spotlight. At just 22, Caitlin has already bagged Athlete of the Year and Rookie of the Year in her debut WNBA season. Meanwhile, Reese is all talk, chasing attention as her rivals redefine the game. This isn't even a competition. It's a wake-up call, and Angel is coming up short.
And I was a hater because, I'm down with truth. Like, she's not going to hit that shot, and bam, like, damn, she's not going to hit that shot, man. Like, if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you.
Angel Reese has officially hit rock bottom in the basketball world. And let's be real, she handed herself the shovel. While Caitlin Clark is out here revolutionizing women's basketball, Angel's claim to fame is a meme-worthy taunt from last year's championship. That's not a legacy, it's a TikTok trend. Even Shaquille O'Neal, her supposed mentor and biggest cheerleader, didn't hold back. On her own podcast, Shaq threw Angel under the bus and couldn't stop raving about Caitlin Clark. He called her a once-in-a-generation talent and, brace yourselves, compared her to Steph Curry. Yes, Steph Curry, the guy who changed the NBA with his mind-blowing three-point range.
Meanwhile, Angel?
Her innovation in basketball seems to involve missing layups. Shaq praised Caitlin's jaw-dropping shooting range, incredible court vision, and effortless dominance. Let's not forget, Caitlin averages 2.9 three-pointers per game, most from NBA range, while Angel struggles to sink a layup from 5 feet out. The contrast couldn't be clearer.
He's like a perfect, normally office guy.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing stuff we've never seen before.
Shaq even confessed that he doubted Caitlin Clark 10 times, and every single time, she proved him wrong. That level of consistency is what builds legends. And Angel Reese? She brings an overinflated ego and a podcast where she's clearly not the main attraction. Now, let's talk marketability, because Caitlin absolutely dominates here. She ranked higher than Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi on SportsBro's list of the most marketable athletes. Yes, two of the biggest names in sports can't compete with Caitlin's fan engagement and brand appeal. But Caitlin isn't just pulling in fans, she's transforming the game's entire audience. WNBA games featuring Caitlin triple the usual viewership. Angel Reese? She's lucky if her name trends for a weekend. The gap between them isn't just wide, it's monumental.
You getting benched and ultimately not showing up for another game.
And Angel knows it. You could see it all over her face during Shaq's relentless praise of Caitlin. The discomfort, the forced smiles. It was hard to watch. Shaq wasn't just celebrating Caitlin's brilliance. He was also shining a light on Angel's glaring mediocrity. While Caitlin's relentless work ethic is turning her into a legend, Angel's off-season highlights are limited to Instagram posts in designer outfits. You'd think someone desperate to prove they belong would spend more time in the gym and less time on photo ops. The stats speak volumes. Caitlin Clark led all rookies in scoring with 19.2 points per game and topped the league in assists with 6.8 per game. Angel? She barely managed 13.6 points per game and became a running joke for her inefficiency near the rim. Missing layups might be her true talent because basketball clearly isn't. If you're going to talk trash and act like the queen of the court, you better have the game to back it up. And let's not even get started on Angel's financial struggles. She openly admitted her WNBA salary doesn't cover her rent. While that points to broader issues in women's sports, it also highlights her inability to capitalize on opportunities. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is cashing in with endorsements Angel can only dream of. Caitlin isn't just a star, she's the face of the future. Angel? She's rapidly becoming the cautionary tale.
I hate this question.
Should there be
No.
a co-rookie of the year? And it feels like we are both on the same page here.
Not a shot. No, they're not equal. They're not.
You're going far.
No.
Sheryl Swoopes, the self-proclaimed queen of basketball, is back at it. This time hyping Juju Watkins as the next big thing with limitless potential. But let's not kid ourselves. This is classic Sheryl. She's built a reputation on stirring the pot, and this latest move is no different. Ignoring both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese entirely, that's her way of saying, thanks for trying, but you're irrelevant now. For Angel, who craves validation, Sheryl's silence likely cuts deeper than any insult.
And Caitlin?
She's too busy shattering records to care. Meanwhile, Sheryl clings to what's left of her spotlight, hitching a ride on the newest hype train. Just another chapter in the Swoopes drama playbook.
When you come out here and just hate for the sake of hating,
Yeah.
if you don't, just shut the fuck up, Sheryl Swoopes. How about that? Caitlin Clark is nice. Like, what are you doing? And so, she's probably going to go number 1 to the Indiana Fever.
While Angel may be sulking, Caitlin Clark is out there making history. Shaq, Stephen A. Smith, and every credible voice in sports are all singing her praises, calling her a once-in-a-generation player, and honestly, who can argue? The numbers don't lie. Caitlin's games attract 20% more attendance than other WNBA matchups. She's not just a player, she's a shooting and scoring phenomenon. Analysts are already predicting she'll shatter rookie jersey sales records. That's what impact looks like. Compare that to Angel Reese, who's still stuck in neutral. Her on-court performances are forgettable, her marketability is flatlining, and her so-called brand is becoming more of a bad investment every day. It's clear what draws people to Caitlin. She's everything you want in a superstar athlete, and then she backs it up with 41 points in the Elite Eight. That's incredible. And then there's Juju Watkins, who's got everyone buzzing, especially Sheryl Swoopes. Sheryl isn't just offering a few compliments. She's rolling out the red carpet, calling Juju the truth with an unlimited ceiling. Those aren't just words of praise, they're coronations. Juju's stats speak for themselves: 27.1 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game in her freshman season, with a solid 40.1% shooting and an incredible 85.2% from the free throw line. These numbers scream superstar. Sheryl even went as far as to say that if the WNBA allowed early entry, Juju would be ready to join by her junior year. That's how good she is. Juju isn't just rising, she's threatening to eclipse everything Angel has tried to build. Analysts are already buzzing about a potential rivalry between Juju and Caitlin Clark. You heard that right, Juju and Caitlin. Notice who's not in that conversation? That's right, Angel. The buzz is all about the future of women's basketball being a showdown between Juju and Caitlin. Let's be real, Angel doesn't even have a ticket to the game. If Juju keeps this up, Angel's era, if we can even call it that, is over before it even begins. So, will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will she come into the WNBA and do exactly what she's doing now? 100%, no question about it. Meanwhile, fans are already losing their minds over the idea of a Caitlin versus Juju matchup. Two elite players, both driven to dominate, two game changers. It's the stuff of legends in the making. Meanwhile, Angel is somewhere trying to convince us she's still relevant. Spoiler alert, she's not. While Caitlin and Juju are rewriting the future of women's basketball, Angel is stuck in a cycle of distractions and excuses. Whether it's calling it racism or whatever else she's using as an excuse, the truth is clear. Caitlin Clark, the white girl from Iowa, is doing what no one thought possible. She's obliterating expectations, reshaping the game, and redefining what it means to be a superstar. Think Steph Curry. He revolutionized the NBA with his range, and Caitlin is doing the same for women's basketball. Meanwhile, Angel's lack of focus on the court is glaring, and her questionable priorities off the court aren't helping. Building a brand is one thing, but if your game doesn't back it up, that brand crumbles faster than your shooting stats. From the beginning, Caitlin has had defenders scrambling. No one's been able to contain her.
Angel?
She's still trying to figure it out. Here's the harsh truth. The future of women's basketball doesn't wait for anyone. Caitlin Clark has already proven she's both the present and the future, and Juju Watkins is coming in hot to claim her spot.
Angel?
She's stuck in the past, clinging to a hype that's already faded. When your own mentor uses your platform to hype up your competition, it's time to wake up and smell the irrelevance. The writing isn't just on the wall, it's neon and flashing. Caitlin and Juju are the future.
Angel?
She's just another player trying to keep up. What's even more embarrassing is how Shaq laid it all out. He emphasized Caitlin's dedication to her craft, highlighting how she spends her off-season sharpening her skills. Meanwhile, Angel is busy playing dress-up and hosting her podcast, trying to convince herself she's still relevant. Critics have it right. While Caitlin is in the gym, Angel is in her feelings. And they're not wrong.